Currently the Ukrainian counteroffensive is being hindered by the work of the Russian KA-52 helicopters. Also known as the Alligator, these helicopters were designed to be highly maneuverable, all-weather ground attack force multipliers. With a length of 16 meters, a height of 4.9 and a main rotor diameter of 14.5. The maximum takeoff weight of the KA-52 is 10.8 tons. The twin-seat cockpit accommodates 2 crew members in a side-by-side configuration. Both the crew members are seated on identical K-37-800M ejection seats fitted with a catapult crew rescue system. The modern glass cockpit is equipped with a head-up display, for SMD66 multifunction displays, helmet-mounted sight display, image intensifiers, and a GPS receiver. These helicopters have high combat survivability and powerful weaponry. The starboard side of the fuselage is fitted with a NPPU-80 movable gun mount installed with a 2A42 30mm automatic gun. The 6 wing-mounted external hardpoints can be attached with different combinations of weapons including the standoff, 9K121 Vikhr missile, which has been used to some success, against the Ukrainian armour. What's more, given the importance of armoured units during an advance, the area has understandably been a target-rich environment. The missile is designed to engage armored targets fitted with ERA with a 2-stage heat round, which means they are powerful and very capable of penetrating most tanks currently rattling around the battlefield. It uses laser control for precise guidance with data transmission during the missile launch. It also has a low jamming susceptibility because its receiver faces the carrier, thereby protecting it from most jamming signals. The biggest issue facing the Ukrainians is undoubtedly the range, with the missile being effective at 9 kilometers and standard manpad systems only reaching 6.5 kilometers, if the operator is even able to eyeball the KA-52 in time. More ominously, the KA-52 is expected to receive the advanced LMUR anti-armor missile, a much heavier weapon with a range of up to 9 miles, providing an even greater standoff range. The LMUR is associated with the upgraded KA-52M, which has not yet been fielded in Ukraine. With these choppers appearing more and more, satellite imagery has tracked an influx of 20 helicopters to the Russian-occupied Berdyansk airport in southeastern Ukraine, which is clearly being used as a forward operating base for the rotary air assets in the area. The increase in numbers is obviously because of the counteroffensive but also due to the lack of forward-deployed mobile SHORAD or short-range air defense units. This has resulted in a large dead zone in which the attack helicopters can operate with a large degree of safety, and any SHORAD in the area can be avoided by flying low and by operating at night. But it's not all bad news for the Ukrainian army. According to Oryx, Russia has already lost 35 of these helicopters, so they are not indestructible, and that is a significant percentage of the total force of 133. As you can imagine, the crews will be the hardest to replace, and even with the ejection seats, at the height and speeds these helicopters are operating, crew survivability is limited. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't take it seriously. What is needed is a solution to blunt their effectiveness and to find a way to keep the tanks rolling. I will keep this as brief as possible and offer you my 3 options. The first option is to attack the helicopters on the ground. Now, I wouldn't use close-in aircraft as that would be a highly risky operation for a limited force like the Ukrainian Air Force. The airport is roughly 140 kilometers from Orikhiv, just on the Ukrainian side of the front line, in Zaporizhia, perfect for a storm shadow strike, which has a range of approximately 550 kilometers. In terms of weapons not currently available, the attackers would have eaten targets like this up all day long, so it brings up the question, why has it taken this long for that missile and its 300 kilometers range to be given to Ukraine? The KA-52 has a range of 1,100, so any heat felt at Berdyansk would just mean they move off to other locations, but that would diminish their ability to loiter in the hot zone. The longer they can spend on target, the more opportunity they have to attack any SHORAD assets in the area, opening things up for more strikes on armored and infantry units. Apart from weapon strikes, partisans could be used for this type of attack. They have already done similar attacks within Russia, so it would be possible. It takes one good effort and potentially the entire strike force could be neutralized on the ground, and possibly some pilots and technicians as well. The second option takes a leaf out of the book of Russia's erstwhile enemies, the Afghanistan Mujahideen. The war raged between the two sides from December 1979 to February 1989, and absolutely zero quarter was given. When the threat of the Russian Mi-24 Hind attack helicopter became a serious problem, the U.S. government gave the largely untested Stinger missile to the home side, and it would end up being a game-changer. It was their tactical use of the system that really caught the attention, attacks done after covert infiltration to positions just outside of airbases. Like on the 26th of September, 1986, after a week of traveling, several dozen Afghan rebels with the missiles hunkered down near an airfield used by Soviet forces outside of Jalalabad, in northeast Afghanistan. That afternoon, as a Soviet air patrol returned to base, they hoisted their Stingers to their shoulders, switching on the guidance systems and locking onto the heat signatures of the helicopters overhead. 3 helicopters were brought down that day. They were also known for enacting skirmishes which were designed to draw helicopters into ambushes by Stinger teams positioned on the high ground. Given the ability of the Ukrainian SOF operators and their calmness under fire, I would have expected the Ukrainian MOD teams to have considered creating hunter-killer units for close airbase reconnaissance and attack. Nothing would destroy morale like a KA-52 falling out of the sky above their own base. If you have seen the recent video of a Marine SOF unit taking out a Russian trench system, you will know that these guys are the best of the best, and equipping them with a Stinger or Strela wouldn't be a push. Take a few captured T-55s, put them in a field and have 2 or 3 units lay an ambush for whomever pitches up, just like the Muj would have done. My third and last option is to bring up SHORAD up nice and close. The problem of course is the range, and currently there simply isn't anything with the legs to take down the KA-52s before they send their missiles over. So, what we need to consider are highly mobile units like the Avenger air defense system. This unit is based on a Humvee chassis, carries 4 to 8 Stinger missiles as well as a Ma Deuce for close and support. This setup allows the user to maximize the Stinger range and to improve line of sight, but comes with its biggest problem of being extremely lightly armored for an active war zone. The US donated 12 of these units to Ukraine, but if I am honest, they were thinking of using these for anti-air and drone defense rather than action on the zero line. Perhaps bringing up the Stormers from the United Kingdom and their Starstreak missiles is a better idea. It's decidedly better armored but still vulnerable to a longer-range missile strike. As it stands, it looks like whatever the Ukrainians are doing, it's working, as according to reports 5 KA-52s have been destroyed in recent days. That excludes the mobility kill of the KA-52 that had its tail torn off but still managed to return to base. What do you think? What are your suggestions for putting the Russian choppers on the back foot? Drop a comment and let's have it.